Hello and welcome to the second part of my Mirage smokes tutorial. In this video I'll be covering situational smokes and basically any smokes that you can use, well, in certain situations, be this mid-game or if you just want to execute a different strategy with your team. Before I begin, I just want to quickly go over two smokes I accidentally missed last video for the A stairs and short, as I believe these to be easier than the ones that I showed in the previous video. Okay, so firstly I'm quickly going to go over the stairs smoke. It's really good and it's also in a safe position. You just jump up here, line yourself up with the edge of the wall, and then aim your crosshair in the centre of the wood and the wall like so, and that's it. It's also faster landing than the previous stairs smoke, so it gives the CT less time to react. And now the short smoke, it's very fast and very simple. Just put yourself in this corner and then line your crosshair up to the centre of the window and then just jump and throw.
It's just another
Okay, so moving back to the A site, these are going to be different types of smokes that you can use in a strat where maybe you want to get a quick plant on the bomb by smoking it off, and you could also combine these with the next two smokes to cover the whole site and primarily focus on the stairs and jungle area. So you just need to line yourself up with this corner and then aim just below this window and to the left. I aim to the top of my crosshair in line with the bottom of the window, but we all have different crosshairs, so you'll have to try for yourself. And then you just jump and throw. It will bounce off the skybox and perfectly onto the A site for you to plant into. Now two smokes you might want to pair this up with. Firstly to the middle of the site, line yourself up with this piece of wood, aim your crosshair in between the wall and the wood sticking out of the roof, and then throw. It will bounce off the box to cover the site, and you can also plant in this on either box. And thirdly to firebox, line yourself up with the edge of the door, the same as you do for the CT smoke, and then aim on the crack line in the wall. Once it's done, that will be the whole site covered, so you should really only have to worry about the jungle or stairs area. A good strat is to push ramp, and then while you clear shadow, continuously flash jungle and stairs, and then push it to take control. Or you could just smoke jungle and stairs for the ultimate A attack. This is what the smokes look like when executed at the same time from my friend's point of view while I plant the bomb. I've been using this smoke since before the particles were changed by Valve in a recent patch, so it's not as good as it used to be, but it does still work. The situation where it becomes useful is when the T side are pushing A and you're stuck behind this box. Maybe they haven't smoked CT correctly or not even at all, and you basically crouch down like so, and then when you throw the smoke you can fall back to the stairs, crouch down, and you can see under the smoke as they flock A, and if they're in the standard plant position then it's basically just a free kill. Also the smoke is completely one way, so they can't see you at all. That's all I'm going to be showing for the A site. Now moving over to B, this smoke is useful if you still have your smoke at A because you're either the second person who will be smoking ramp or you haven't smoked palace yet, and it's been called that it's a B rush, so you'll most likely be rotating through CT. So you can line yourself up with this piece of wall, and then when this wall lines up with the second wall while aiming your crosshair on the tree, that's when you need to jump. This is then going to do some crazy bounce off the skybox and into B, and what this does is cover the kitchen window so you or your team can jump out of it. So it is pretty useful for retakes, although I know it's a bit time costly and, well, to be honest, it's a bit of a mad smoke grenade. So that's why I've made this one, because I'm just a simple man on a mission. You just need to get in the corner, aim your crosshair in line with the wood, and then move it up to the wires and throw. This is then going to land and pretty much cover you jumping out of that window for the retake. Again, from the same position, you just need to move your crosshair along to the last piece of wood, up to the wires and just a little bit lower this time, and it's going to allow you to get out the door at kitchen. If you're a confident player and you like to take those challenges, then you can hop up on this bin and get yourself right in there. Another thing is now the smokes in this game are absolutely awful since the update. They change constantly, so sometimes if you throw this smoke you might have a gap next to the wall where you can see people peeking from the corner, and to top it off it's one way because this game is ridiculous. Another situation at B arises. Your team is not good at B, and now you're in a 1 versus 1. The bomb's been planted in the standard spot for B apps. You know this because you're intelligent. So what do? You come to this corner, obviously before you run to the bomb, and then you aim at this black dot and you throw it. You can then fake the bomb, force the player to peek, and your aim is 100% because you're so good, and then you kill him and you win. This is not really the most advanced smoke you're ever going to see, but it is situational. You're underground and you need to run to connector. Your team have no brains because they're not smoking short. You have brains. So you come in this corner, you aim at this pole, and then you just throw it and it'll just bounce up and smoke short. Right, now we're pushing B, and recently Valve opened up the skybox here so we can throw smokes all the way to A with our apparent Superman arm. So you would use something like this if you wanted to try and fake A. You would also have one guy A ramp throwing flashes to sell it. Get yourself in this corner, aim to the left of this dirty thing on the wall, and then you just need to run and throw. This is then going to go all the way to CT over the entire map and smoke it. So right now you've probably got some guy panicking at CT saying over the microphone, "Hey guys, isn't A? Please come to A." So as soon as he says that, the player closest to kitchen is rotating, or the short player, or whatever. Or the most likely outcome is that he said nothing at all because you're playing matchmaking. And then if you want to sell it more, get yourself to this corner here somewhere, aim at this piece of wood, and then jump and throw it. This is then going to fly over the map, cover the firebox as well, and I mean, if they have eyes, they're obviously going to see the direction of the smoke, but you're going to be wanting your guy A flashing just as the smokes are about to land. I mean, if these two smokes appear and I've got some guy flashing from A ramp, I'm probably already calling this A as well, because that's a pretty solid fake. And then obviously you get your two remaining players at B to smoke B somewhere, probably kitchen window or bench or the site to be safe. Your guy from ramp rotates and then either covers mid short, or he comes into B late and then can also smoke somewhere. Or he could just use his smoke at jungle if he really wants to fake it that well. Another smoke you've got from around here is lining yourself up in the middle of this window. Aim your crosshair just a bit higher than the ledge and then just a little bit to the left and then throw. This is going to land nicely into mid window. Okay, so again your team has lost B and you can't believe it. You're rotating from A through mid, you come into short, you still got smoke, or maybe you've killed someone and got their smoke. At mid, usually you pick this corner and you'll die. Well, I do. I find it really hard to get in from short to B without smokes. So line yourself up with this wall, you then turn and you aim just above where the bricks separate, and then you jump and throw. It's going to bounce off some air conditioning unit onto a roof and then land centre of the bomb. You can now push out from short knowing that you can't die from the bench. Alright, well that's it for this video. I've got quite a few more things, but these are really just for full strategies that I've come up with that require all 5 players to do a certain thing. So, you know me, I am Mr. Tactical, so I'll be saving those for when I start doing videos about full strats that you could run. Thank you for watching if you got this far. I am off. Goodbye.